Hi, my name is Jennifer Schlipp, and I'm a professional life and wellness coach as well as a personal trainer. This topic today is about taking action. So, we all set major goals for ourselves, but sometimes we forget to ensure our success with a plan and a game plan in place that sets us up to succeed. So, before we begin planning and taking any action, we have to look at what our goals are. And really, this is time for you to look inward. These goals should be about you. They should be personal, they should be detailed, they should be realistic, and they should matter. They should also be goals that are moving you towards a goal, towards a future. So we want them to be about us personally and towards a happy future. So once we have ourselves in a good mindset, we're thinking positively, we're ready to tackle the future that is in front of us, and we believe in our efforts, we believe in our ability, it is time to look inward. And I'm a firm believer that all self-improvement begins with self-analysis. You're going to have to take a deep look at who you are, what you want, and what it's going to take to get you to where you want to go. There is nobody that knows you better than you. So this is time to be honest. This is a personal goal for you that you can choose to share with those around you, share with people you love, perhaps gain a group on social media with people of like interests, or you keep this personal to yourself. I think that journaling is a great way to keep track of your goals. You can put pen to paper, which is a great way to open up your creativity, and it's something to reflect back on when you need a moment to check in and see where you're at. So, looking forward at setting up our goals. Goal setting is important. First, in whatever the goal is that you're achieving, you want to set your top 3 to 5 goals. These should be specific and measurable. If someone was trying to lose weight and say they wanted to lose a lot of weight, it may not help them to start out by saying they want to lose 200 pounds. That is a huge goal that would take an extremely long amount of time. And what can happen in that process is people can start to lose their momentum and lose their energy at looking at a goal that is so far away. What might help them, though, is to say, in the next 2 months, I want to lose 10 pounds. Or in the next 4 months, I would like to be down 2 dress sizes. Something like that is achievable, it's measurable, it's specific, and it's close enough in proximity to our current date that we'll be able to keep our eye on it. And those mini goals, which is what I like to call them, will eventually lead to the larger goal or the long range goal. So we want to start by prioritizing what are our top goals to get us to this long range goal. So let's use weight loss as our example in this. If your goal is to lose a specific amount of weight, try to find other reasons that also reinforce those efforts. Perhaps a goal that will coincide with that long range goal is making better eating choices or cutting something negative out of your diet, such as soda or empty calories that you consume with candy, something of that nature. Maybe another goal is stress release. Stress is a major contributor to why people hold on to excess weight and continue to gain weight. So if someone is feeling like that is a major contributor that is keeping them from their goal of weight loss, then identifying that as a top goal to tackle on its own will help to the larger cause. So someone, along with cutting out the soda and cutting out candy as unnecessary calories, might also consider adding in a brief 10-minute walk after lunch, or a morning walk, or maybe they sit down and meditate before bed. Perhaps they enjoy a yoga class. Anything that is going to reduce their stress levels will help them to reach that goal in the end. So I think you guys know what I'm talking about there. Now, give your goals some reinforcement. Once you've written down your top 3 to 5 goals, give them reinforcing reasons for why they matter. Anytime that you can reinforce your goals with details that are very specific and relevant to your life, you'll have a better chance of holding on to them. Someone might say, the reason I want to lose weight is because my doctor said I'm at risk for heart disease. My father may have suffered from heart disease, or perhaps I knew someone who passed away from such a disease. All of those reasons would reinforce that on a daily basis of why that long-term goal is so important, which brings us back to mini goals and taking actions that help us to get to our goals. So in this example of losing weight, now that we have our big goal, we have our top priorities within that goal and our mini goals that are going to lead up to that, we want to start taking action, taking actionable steps that set us up for success. All of those mini goals are going to be accomplished through the small changes that we make every day. And I believe that it's in those small changes, those little efforts, that are the turning of the clock for people when they see their trajectory and their success going forward versus staying in a rut or moving backwards. They're making those little changes that matter so much. So things that we can do in this example of weight loss, you could set yourself up for success by taking actionable steps such as putting healthy snacks in your car or your desk, or carrying something with you in your purse. So if you find yourself hungry and you can't find that healthy food option at the moment, you could satisfy your craving with something you've already planned that is healthy and good for you, versus maybe a quicker and easier option of going to a vending machine or through a fast food drive-through when you're in a hurry. Plan a week of eating in ahead. That's a great reinforcing actionable step for this goal. So you're planning a week ahead, you're shopping for the right ingredients, you have everything that you need at your arm's length, and you've made it easier for you to stay on track. That's basically what all of these actionable steps are doing. You're keeping your walking shoes and a pair of socks in your car. Who knows when you might find yourself with a 10-minute break, and those 10 minutes do add up over time, those calories burned. You're scheduling your workout time in your calendar. You're taking an actionable step to make that priority known in your life. You're giving it its due spot and you're reserving space and time for it. Sometimes if we think that things will just happen or that it miraculously will fall into place, this can sometimes let it slip out of our mind too. And it gets sidetracked with other priorities and other things, perhaps other people, other work projects that you feel like have to be done right at that moment. And before you know it, a week or weeks or a month could go by that you've let this goal sit idly by. So all of those actionable steps will reinforce your mini goals that will lead to your benchmarkers, and it will set you up for your long-term success. While we're taking all these actionable steps to ensure success, we should also really be honest with ourselves in this self-assessment and identify what we know to be are probably our best obstacles. Maybe these are obstacles that have prevented you from reaching this goal in the past. Maybe this is a new goal, but you can foresee things that might come up. The best way to overcome an obstacle is to plan how you're going to resolve it or how you're going to avoid it when it happens or overcome it when it happens. So something like perhaps you've had this weight loss goal in the past and you started out going to the gym and you were making time for it, but then life got busy again, or perhaps your family needed things. Time management became an issue. So the first obstacle that you know is making time for that exercise in your life. So the best thing to do is to communicate with your schedule needs, whether that's with your family, your coworkers, or your partner, and make time for where that will realistically fit into your schedule. Again, specific, realistic, measurable details. This is what's going to set us up for the future success. Or maybe eating has always been your downfall. So one of the obstacles that you can overcome if eating is a problem is maybe before you embark on your goal, you download some healthy recipes that are realistic for you to cook on a weeknight. Or you decide to join a program maybe like Weight Watchers, something that can help you to stay accountable and give you that momentum you need. Another idea is partnering up with somebody at work or in your personal life to give you that encouragement, to keep you motivated, and for you to give that to someone else. Strength in numbers really does work. So the 8-step process for successful goal setting goes something like this. Step number 1, what do you want to accomplish? Step number 2, what are you currently doing that will make you successful? Give yourself that props for the things you're doing that is already great. Step 3, what are you currently doing that is going to make your goal unsuccessful? That's where we're troubleshooting our obstacles. Step number 4, how can you change the elements of number 3? That's putting our plan in place. Number 5, how long will it take you to accomplish this goal? Again, break that big goal, that long-range goal, down into mini goals that are specific, realistic, and measurable. Step number 6, what mini goals are we establishing as our benchmarkers? Write them down. Step number 7, what will you do first and when will you start? This is the preparing and the planning, and we're going to put action in here. Our actionable steps are going to start to become our priority. And then how will you keep track of your efforts and progress? Perhaps you want to journal your efforts. Maybe you're sharing it with a friend. Maybe you're using an app on your phone or a fitness app on your computer. Maybe you're joining something like Weight Watchers for this goal. Anything that you're doing, we do want to make that it's measurable and that you can check in from time to time. That's an important part of all of this. And I do want you to take away from this the idea that no matter how big the goal or how long it's going to take you to get there, every little bit does count. And those small changes do create big results in the end. So when you're feeling frustrated, revisit your plan here. Revisit your goals. Remind yourself that that long-range goal is not going to happen overnight. It does take all those mini goals, all those actionable steps, all of those obstacles that get overcome on a daily basis is what leads you to your long-range goal eventually. Anything you can do that helps yourself is a great idea. Believing in yourself is the first key to success. Continuing to believe in yourself is going to carry you through to the end. Sometimes it helps if you have a favorite quote or a favorite saying or a mantra of some kind to live by. Collectively, all of these efforts, big and small, all of this planning and all of this programming will accumulate to a successful goal attainment. I wish you the best of luck, and I look forward to seeing you in more videos. Thanks and have a great day.